Konnichiwa! Boshi desu! So this month we're going to look at a new anime entitled Black Clover. And I'm still a little bit on the fence about this. I've only seen the first 2 episodes though, but I thought it would be fun to use for the Japanese lesson this month. And the story is about 2 orphans named Asta and Yuno, and they grow up in a church in a small town. And it is a town, or at least the world in this anime is like completely filled with magic, or maho. Everyone has magical abilities. They use it to do even everyday tasks like washing their laundry. So tragically, one of our main characters, Asta, has absolutely no magical abilities, which is a very difficult thing when the entire world revolves around using magic, right? So he is anxiously awaiting for when they gather all the 15-year-olds, because they have a special like ceremony where each of the 15-year-olds gets a grimoire, and the grimoires are actually meant to enhance your magical abilities. For him, Asta is just hoping that it will awaken some type of magical ability. So that's how this story starts off. And we'll go ahead and we'll use this for the Japanese lesson. And the first few words are going to come from how Yuno describes Asta. And the first word is urusai. Urusai means loud or noisy. And I completely agree with agree with Yuno on this about Asta. It's one of the reasons I'm a little bit on the fence about how much I'm going to enjoy this anime, because the main character Asta is so loud and annoying. And I feel like sometimes even when I'm watching anime, because I've heard urusai a decent amount of times now, I think sometimes it even gets translated to shut up, because they basically just said, you're loud, you're noisy, shut up. Urusai. So, I mean, I guess sometimes people need to know when they're loud or noisy. So you would say that they're urusai. That's the adjective. Then for the next one was a little bit difficult for me, right? So I hear it as ochitsuki munai, but when I tried to look up the kanji, what I really found was 2 different words. So the ochitsuki munai in the picture that I show is actually translated as obnoxious. But when I looked up the kanji, there's ochitsuki, and that means calmness. And then the last couple of kanji mean nai, and nai means non-existent. So he has no calmness to him, which I think also is probably a fairly accurate representation of him. And then for another word is seikui, and seikui means short, this is a different word for me. Normally I hear mijikai for short, but seikui, the hikui part is actually the adjective that means short. Sei means height, so you could even form a full sentence with it if you wanted to say sei ga hikui desu, to say he's short, but he just sort of compacted it, like making it into just one word, and said seikui. So that's short. And then for the last one I want to actually include as a vocabulary word, but just so you know, because I had some trouble with hearing this one as well. Still really trying to train my ears to be able to hear Japanese well enough when it's spoken. But the last one is hoyoryoku. And when I look hoyoryoku up on jisho.org, like just trying to get the kanji right from what's in the picture, it actually says that it means tolerant or open-minded. When I heard it in the anime though, it did sound like maybe there was an I after that as well, to say that he's not. But as you can see, that in the actual translation for the site that I was watching it on, it translates it as immature. And then for the next set of words, so Asta has no magical abilities. He's really loud. He's really noisy. His life's goal is to become the Magic King. Yuno is the complete opposite. I think he still shares the goal of becoming the Magic King, but he's very calm, composed, talented, supposed to be good looking, etc. And Yuno, slight spoiler, during the first episode when they do the grimoire ceremony, receives a rare 4-leaf clover grimoire. And this is actually the type of grimoire that the very first Magic King received. So I think it speaks to the vast potential that he has. But one thing that I found that was very interesting was when they described what the leaves of a 4-leaf clover represent. So the leaves of a 4-leaf clover represent Shinko, meaning faith, Kibo, meaning hope, and Ai, meaning love. And then, of course, you probably already grew up knowing 4-leaf clovers are supposed to be lucky. So the 4th leaf actually represents good luck. But I found that to be pretty interesting. That was cute. But to recap, the words that we learned this month were urusai, loud or noisy, ochitsuki, calmness, nai, non-existent, hikui, short, shinko, faith, kibo, hope, I, love. So I hope that you were able to enjoy this. I'm not totally sure if how many episodes of this I will get through. It's somewhat interesting, somewhat annoying. Like I said, how do you think the anime is going to turn out though? Let me know if you like it or not. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Happy Nihongo learning and thanks for watching. Ashiteru.
どっちが魔法帝になるか勝負だ。魔法使えないなんてあいつだけだろうからな。俺は魔法使えねえのか。四つ葉のクローバー、あの伝説の幸運が紛れ込んだクリモワール。俺は魔法帝になる。見てろよ、俺は魔法帝になる。